What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the FFR channel. I have been sitting in this pure stock for the last, 20 minutes trying to figure out how in the world I'm going to install these shifter handles in place of this piece of junk shifter handle that I had. Trying to brainstorm and come up with the best solution to make this easy to remove, easy to install, and practical and actually work. So y'all come along, let's work on this pure stock and try to get some stuff done. So this is what I have right here. I've taken all this stuff off, cut this plastic piece out. Somebody has welded an old brace support or something right here to the frame. And so I'm thinking I've got my seat right here that comes out like this. And then I've got this that I can cut the weld right here and bend this up and hopefully get this to maybe intersect or touch right here. And then maybe come out with a plate or a piece of angle or flat stock that can come up and make a box and go around that this thing right here can sit on just like that. Does that make sense? Normally, I would have more firewall here, and I could just cut this and bend it up and make it work. But this thing wants to mount like this now, and that ain't going to work because of my knee. I need it to be up here. And so I'm thinking if I can at least cut this, bend it out of my way. I like that it's welded to the frame over here. But if I can cut this and somehow get this bar over here, and then build me a bracket here around this, may even use this old metal right here as the flat stock and weld it to this, then that can sit right on it just like that. And then I'll be able to bolt it down to it and then build me some sheet metal boxes down there to go over it to close all this in. So that's the game plan. I'm going to try to cut this first. See if I can at least bend this up and see if it'll actually touch right here. If it will, that'll be my brace for this box. So let me see if I can cut this real quick and bend this. Already calling an audible here. So this was plastic, and that piece that the metal bar was welded to, as soon as I started grinding, it came off. It wasn't welded good. So I'm going to get this plastic off. You see I got a big hole. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to fabricate now off of this metal. Well, never mind. Look, as I'm saying this, somebody's already tried to do all this. Look at this. All right, so that part's off. But you can see there's the original tunnel. And so what I'll be able to do now is I'll be able to manipulate this metal a little bit, maybe cut this out down here and make this flat and build me a box right here. That's what I'm just gonna go ahead and do. So I'm gonna go ahead and build me a nice box and be done with this. Don't you just love whenever you're asleep and you have a dream about what you wanna do and then you come outside and you do it? Shifter's pretty much in. So I had this crazy idea. I said to myself, I can just build like a box and connect it to the car, and that'll be so simple. Well, walked out here, found some old metal in my scrap pile, and it's gonna be that simple. Y'all look at what I figured out. Shifter's sitting level. All I did is found this piece of metal here, stuck it in there and rested it on there. Literally sits perfect. Just like that. Right there. So all I have to do is weld this out. Weld right here. And then I can weld that. But I'm going to build a box from here that goes over to that side. That is right here, and then that comes back and ties in right here. So it's that simple. I love whenever stuff like that comes together, and then I'll be able to put a piece of sheet metal right here and close all that in so I don't have to worry about no dirt coming up. There you go. So I'm gonna get to welding and making me a little box right there for that, and I'll show y'all what it looks like whenever I come back. We had to take a break in the work action to come over here and get some laps on the dirt bike track. Uriah should be coming up behind me any minute. Let's see if he catches me. Oh, Austin Uncle done crashed. Austin Uncle done crashed. Oh, he's cheating. Woo! Woo! Can't let him pass us. He's probably going to hit a shortcut right here if I had to guess. Yep, he hit it. All right, I'm going to take y'all for a lap. Here we go. Woo! Whee! Oh, there he is. Woo! Uh-oh. Did you crash? No. You were pretty fast, bud.
Yeah.
Really fast.
On second gear.
Second gear?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I was slower on fourth.
Oh, yeah? Zion, you want to go fast?
Yes.
Say fast.
Yes.
You want to jump?
Yes.
Show them how you do it. Say wee! All right, we're going to get back to work. We just took us a little break and came over here to the dirt bike track and let Uriah stretch that number 38 Yamaha 90 legs a little bit. Give him a high five. High five. Say high five. High five. So it's dark outside. I've been riding the four-wheeler and dirt bike with Uriah and Zion for a while now. But I want to show you guys what I finished right before I left and went out there. I'm very proud of how this turned out. Hopefully you guys are too. But I literally, like I said, I dreamed this up and made it happen. And here's the final product. Check that out. So it's bolted to the firewall, which is metal. Bolted here. It is solid. Look at that. I didn't even have to weld it here. I'm just using that as another point. But now I got my shifter just like that. And I'm gonna wait to put this in until I get the transmission and all in. So that way I know exactly what spot to put this. I I can either go like that, or I can turn it and go over here and go a little bit further this way. But I don't know the exact position yet. So I left it to where it can go like this. I do know that it's nowhere near all the way over there. That's why I put that tab. And then I can also notch that and cut it out if it does need to go a little bit further like that. But overall, I like this. I think it turned out amazing. It's gonna work perfect. I'll build my sheet metal over that and you'll never see none of it. And then when I get it exactly where it's going, I'll end up cutting these pieces right here off. Well, I'm gonna cut this one for sure. But I may even come back with one more of these bars and put it right here on the other side. I may not, I'm not sure yet, but that ain't going nowhere. That's solid. So I'm gonna call that a job. But for now, I've got this old windscreen right here that used to go way down here. I didn't like how it was way over here. Plus I didn't have access to like all of this area. So I'm gonna cut these with my Metabo and actually gonna weld them from this bar to here, straight down to follow like that same bar there, so that this dash is wide open where I can get in here a little bit easier. So I'm gonna cut these and then I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, so I got all of these cut and cleaned. So you can see they're gonna go just like that. You gotta find the right ones. Anyways, I guess these are different lengths and I didn't mark them, did I? Yeah, I cut each one separately. Anyways, we're gonna get them in. Brett's gonna help me. They go just like that. And I should be good to rock and roll. So, Brett, if you would you go stand back over there and tell me when they're straight right up front? Watch out, son. Watch out, Daddy's got a weld. Should be able to let go. All right. Yeah, I'd say that looks a lot better. What y'all think? Yes or no? That looks a lot better. Besides my booger welds. They're good. They're good. They're good. Thank you for your help, buddy. Threw some paint on it. It's wet, but you'll never see it when it's at a dirt track. Probably gonna come put some mesh screen on that anyway, but my visor comes way down here, so it'll hide all my booger welds. And then my other dash piece goes over that, so you'll never see none of them. But while we're at it, I gotta do one thing. Where's my marker at, Brett? Do you remember? Here it is, Brett.
They wanna go.
All right, Brett, come here real quick. You gotta do the honors.
Everything I can, Brett.
Here, Brett. We get to change some stuff. We get to erase some stuff off this. So you can erase number one or just mark through it, pull the engine and change the flywheel. So scratch through that one. Fix the shifter. That's pretty much done. So we can call that a job. Add the quick steer. You can call that a job. Change right rear strut. Call that a job. Number 6. Yep. Oil will be later. Fix the header. I'm going to do that here in a little bit. They're right there. I just got to weld them back up. You can scratch this one off, like just put an X, because that doesn't have a bulb, so I don't know what's the deal with that. This will be last. The fender I can fix last, and the door obviously still has to be fixed, but that won't be nothing. But there you go. That's a lot of work. I know it may not seem like a lot of work, but that's a lot of work. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to do some more welding. I'll come back out through tomorrow and do a little bit more welding, put that front bar in. And then I'm thinking about, I'm gonna show you guys. So a lot of y'all have been talking about triangulating, especially Mr. Steve Edens. I'm looking at possibly coming right here, going up through the firewall. I'm over here looking. I don't think I'm gonna have enough room, but there's a possibility that if I go right here and go up through the firewall right here, cut me a big hole in this, that I can clear a bunch of stuff and come right up through here and tie into right here. Let me see. Zion had a piece over here. I don't know where he put it. My shop's a wreck. Nah, he done taken off. But you guys can kind of tell, I may look into that. So I may come, like I said, right here and go straight up over there and try to put me a bar to keep this from ever pushing back. So if I can cut a hole, there's a bunch of stuff down there, but if I can cut a hole right here and I can see a clear shot up to there, I may do that. If not, this may just be what it is. It is what it is type deal. But I'll come back out here tomorrow and we'll do a little bit more work before we wrap this one up. Alrighty, so it's the next day and I have really good news for some of y'all. This is the final little segment of this video and I've got really awesome news. Some of you guys, especially Mr. Steve, are going to be really excited about this. And I'm really excited about it because it worked out right. And so we're going to do some welding today to finish out the video. But I want to show y'all the good news on what happened and what I found that I was able to do on my car. How y'all like this? I'm going to be able to keep this out of this, and then I'm triangulating in front of myself. So this will no longer be able to go straight back. It won't mess anything up. This now will run all the way through, and I'll be able to weld to this bar and then go up to my dash bar and tie in right there. And everything clears really good. No issues with steering, gas pedal, none of that stuff. And so hopefully that's what you guys are talking about when y'all say triangulate. This will no longer be able to go this way anymore because that bar will be holding this out. So hopefully that helps. I'm gonna get this notched to where I can get a good weld right here, grind this up and clean it up really good, and then cut that and make that mark. I gotta go get some more tubing from Dad's because that bar actually was the one that goes right here. And so I still want to put that in. And yeah, so good news there. So I'm going to go get a little bit of sticks of metal so that I can weld this piece right here in and weld that piece in. And then some of you guys were talking about how I need this. And so I'm going to go ahead and put a bar in right here as well, from here down to my door bar like that. So I have a piece. The only reason why I haven't had one there yet is because when I put this bar in, it was a little bit harder to get in and out. But I am gonna go ahead and put a piece like right there going down so that this doesn't have any crush point right there. So let me go get some metal real quick and then I'll come back and hopefully get this all welded in. Alrighty, so here's the bars. That one's cut to fit. It's all notched, ready to go. This one is in, cut to fit, ready to go. Got everything nice and snug. And then this one is in as well, cut to fit. Still gives me plenty of room there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my burr flat wheel out, grind all these spots down real good, make sure my tubing is nice and clean, and weld this baby up, and then we'll wrap this video up. Hopefully all the welds look real good and everything goes really smooth, and this thing will be a lot better. So let's get to welding. All right, work is done. That bar is in, welded out all the way. My triangle bar is in, welded out all the way, nice and solid. And my last bar right here is in, and I can still get in no problem. And I'm very happy with how this turned out. Nothing's hitting up under the bottom, everything cleared. That bar, that made that a lot stronger. And this made this thing just completely tie together. I mean, it is super strong. So what Dad came down here. I found me some more square angle iron or square tube in here. This thing was in our way whenever we were pulling the car, our engine. It just constantly got in the way. And so what I'm gonna do is, you can see this bar right here is nice. It's like 1 inch, I think. I can't really tell exactly the length. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make me a bar out of this stuff right here. And I'm gonna weld it just like that. And I'm gonna let that slip down in that one. And then I've got that same bar right there that I'm gonna weld right here to where I can make this removable. So I'm getting ready to cut this off and cut this right here and make me a bar that'll adjust right there. But I'll do that and show y'all in the next video. We're gonna call this one a video right here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this Pure Stock build video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We're getting really, really close. We checked a ton of stuff off the list, which is awesome whenever you can check stuff off and be one step closer to getting back on the track. Tomorrow, I'm going to hopefully go pick up the flywheel where we can get the engine put back together. And then I've got the front end out there. I'm going to get to work on that, getting everything mocked up and installed and painted and cleaned on this front end. Then get to working on the brakes. So lots of good stuff. But before we go, I want to just personally thank each and every one of you guys who are just true supporters of our channel. We've got a lot of people that watch our videos that are not subscribers. But I want to right now take time to thank the subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the ones that really follow us and watch all of our videos. I can really tell when someone messages me and they've been watching our videos because they talk to me about what I'm doing. And then there's some people I'll run into and they won't have a clue, but that's okay. But right now, for all of you guys that watch, that are just true supporters and watch all of our videos, share them, like everything, comment constantly. I see you guys and I want to recognize y'all because you guys really do help us out. And it means the world to me to be able to apply some of the stuff and the ideas that you guys give me to my cars. So thank you very much. If you'd like to subscribe and follow along and be one of them supporters, we really would appreciate that. I was able to help a friend out this week on his RSX. He had some issues with that and he reached out and said, "Hey man, I watched the channel. Your videos really helped me. Can you help me?" And I was able to help him do that. And so it worked out good. I ruined one of my FFR shirts welding, but oh well. I know where to get them. shopffr.org. If you guys would like some merch and would like to support us in another way, please feel free to go check out our merchandise and our stickers and hats and shirts and hoodies and all that good stuff. I'm going to go inside, enjoy the hot tub that we just got installed, and you guys be on the lookout for another Pure Stock video. We also, the next video that I have for you guys is going to be an update on all things racing. Every car, I'm just going to go around and give you an update on go-karts, front wheel drives, rear wheel drives, everything, just like Travis and them did up north. I hope you guys watched that video. I finally was able to pull some strings and get Travis to make a video. So that was pretty cool. All right, I'm going to head in. Thank you guys again for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys later.